welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate this. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate.
What did you say? What are we talking about, man?
Get into it. I feel
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Oh man, can't hear you, son. Yeah,
I said it's 6:30, bro.
There you go. We had all this time to get ready.
I double muted myself. Is what happened there. It's 6:30. Why you look like you just woke up, yo?
Too much time. I did just wake up.
Yeah, you just Sam. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't leave the crib, son.
Did just wake up, man. My
Stunner boy in the building, poke in the building. Still not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Thank you,
all right.
Thank you, Stunner. Appreciate
Stunner,
you. That's what you.
Stunner keeping it stuck.
Keep the Kool-Aid in the cupboard. Keep the Kool-Aid in the cupboard.
I speak nothing but the truth, but my damn nose is getting big as. Listen, man, it's crazy right now. Look, let's start it off. First of all, my brother, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? How was your nap? You look like you got that. You look like you got that old man sleep. Like you just fell asleep on the couch and you didn't even know you was going to sleep.
Nope, I was in the bed, man. My dog had the runs last night.
Oh,
so I was up at 3 a.m. You know what I mean, with him. So,
would he get into some chocolate or something?
Nah, man, I don't know what it was, B. Really don't.
That sucks, man. That's the worst, man. I remember one night. I mean, we talking dogs. Like I remember one day, my dog like ate something out. You know what I'm saying, out in the woods. Came back and threw up like 18 times one night. I thought I had to take him to a vet. I was like, yo, what vet is open at 3 o'clock in the morning? It was getting crazy, man. It was getting crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, brother. Jay Freeman in the building. Appreciate you, Jay. What's up, man? What's good for this? So Jay's on the Kool-Aid. Jay's on the Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna learn, man.
As obviously we got a new commit. We were waiting on this one, right? All indications were he was gonna pop. He didn't have a rush because he's a graduate. He doesn't have to. He's not coming here to the fall. He doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? And he's got a couple injuries, shugging those things off. But how you feel about the pickup of Tyler Barron? We're gonna take a look at his highlights here in a minute.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah, with no music because we don't want to get kicked off again. We don't want that. No audio.
Yeah, it's another edge rusher, man. Another experienced guy. He, looking at his film, he played everywhere along the D line, man. He played inside, outside. So, you know, another experienced guy, SEC guy. Just adds to the room, man. He adds the D line. Yeah, the D line looks very, very serious on paper. Very serious.
Before we take a look at it, got a little 2-minute clip here. We're gonna run through. What's funny is a lot of people already. Oh, but all he did was this against this school. Like, fam, like why y'all should be locked on something else. Like, don't y'all got your own schools to talk about? It's always funny because it's the same people that say we irrelevant, we don't matter, we all the same. Got the first 2 sentences ready for when Miami does something. Why are you watching? I don't watch shit that's irrelevant. You watch something that's irrelevant, Joe? You stay tuned in to something that don't matter?
Nah, man. Them guys are like, them guys are like, you know, fake jealous boyfriends. You know what I mean? They cool until the other dude walks in the room, and then it's like,
you could be friends. You could be friends, and then you walk in.
You looking at him like, damn, he's 6'4", man. I don't know.
Yeah, he's 6'4". Wait a second.
No.
You said he was 5'10". You said he was right. You said he was. You called him shorty. What's going on here? Yeah. All right, man. Let's take a look at this footage from our guy Tyler Barron. See him coming off that edge. Bam. This is against Pitt right here. HCC competition. Quick get off. I like that. I like the backside pursuit. You know what I mean? Wait a second. Forced fumble. Yeah, look at that. Bomb. Yeah, he's gonna be a good jack. This is gonna be a jack, right? This ain't an edge. Like, oh, this is gonna be on the other side.
I think he can, you know, according
Do
to the
both.
film, he can play everywhere, man. So
Yep. I like him because it brings a security blanket if Mesidor ain't right with them special fucking cleats that he got to put on.
special
Bomb.
shoes.
Yeah. You quick off that line, boy. What are some of the things as we watch this? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
That joint look choppy. I don't know what. Is it
To
running
me-
smooth where you're in? It looks choppy.
They're looking smooth on my end.
Okay. Yeah, it's like chopping. But I watched this film already anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
He uses his hands very well to me, man. Extremely well. So he doesn't allow the O lineman because, like I said, he played everywhere along the D line, and he's not that big. He's what, 6'4", 260, 265,
Yeah.
something like
265, yeah.
good size, but he's not that big. But when they move him inside, he uses his hands real well. He's able to get off blocks real well. And he's strong at the point of attack. Man. He
Without audio poke, yeah, because the last time we did it, we got kicked off. So I figured we play real quick without any audio, and hopefully the stream keeps going.
So he's strong. He's strong against the run, you know, and he can rush the passer. So
yeah. He's 6'5". Okay, he's 6'5". Though, Jay, is this what got you drinking the Kool-Aid, man? Is this pickup? Was this the one that put like the, you know what I'm saying, the cherry in the Kool-Aid or whatever? However that saying goes.
Still is though. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's over. I think they're gonna add one or two more people. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I think it's just
still
on the low.
You need that secondary, right? Like you need some assurances in that secondary with.
Listen, there's a safety that's still out there chilling, man, and it's been very quiet. It's been very quiet, man.
You're not gonna say it on the show. You're just gonna.
I'm just saying, Mr. Matthews from Texas A&M.
It has been silence. It has been silence on that.
You know what I mean? I don't.
That's facts. That's facts. That is. Poke says we need another safety. Yes, we do.
Another one out there, Poke.
I'm gonna upload my highlights. I don't know if you could translate.
Yeah, he's talking about the highlights in his hair. The highlights he had in his hair.
God. He's saying he got frosted tips out here. He's got frosted tips. All right, Charles King goes, not gonna lie, has been people who knows podcast. 80% Lori talk, 20% King talk. Yeah, I caught a clip. Of whatever crazy show that is with Danny Cannell. Shout out to all the people who cut it up on social media. That's just about the extent that I go because I don't waste my energy on that. Oh. Yeah, ew. I know his face is weird. They were saying that like he goes, yeah, the only team, the guy in the middle that I made fun of last week or 2 weeks ago. He goes, the only team in Florida that I'm not afraid of, that I don't worry about losing recruits on signing day is Miami, because it's happened to Florida and happened to Florida State. That's just facts. Danny Cannell's face, you know what I'm saying, got all crooked. Let's see. That's right. Yeah. We broke, right? Fam, like, we gonna talk about that.
I ain't got no money, B.
I ain't got no money, son. We ain't got nothing over here. We ain't got nothing over here. Don't worry about us. Don't be pocket watching over here, man. Don't be pocket watching over here.
No money, B.
Oh, son, we got.
You won't see me then, Pope. You won't see me then.
That's it. Just
catch me if you can, bud.
Leonardo DiCaprio out here in these streets. No, that's what we got. The offense cam more than the boys gonna rock this year. Yeah, like if we get that safety, we get Matthews from A&M that is out there. We still did clear some extra little, you know what I'm saying, scholarships, move some things around. You know what I mean? So we got a couple more spots. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're not done. Like we can't be done. We it's all in this year. Like with the schedule we have, there's no reason. There's no reason why it
so.
can't be legit. How you we don't drink the Kool-Aid on the show. We talk ish on the
Some
show.
of us do. There's a guy,
Oh no, yeah. He's
a
right
very
here.
muscular guy with
This guy.
a very muscular guy who drinks a lot of Kool-Aids.
It's actually I was talking to him earlier. It's just an IV now. He can no longer digest it, so it has to go directly into his bloodstream.
Yeah,
it's kind of sickening. That's actually
CB drinking the CB on that Kool-Aid too. CB on that
CB on that 20+ point win. I was like, wait, that caught me so off guard. I didn't even know how to react to that with that Florida game. Let's see. Shout out to Jay Singh, always in the building, always here early. Our DL strength lessons that need for additional DBs. Hard to throw the damn ball when you have 1.5 seconds or less to read and react. Yeah, but you still want to, especially like we're missing that nickel star position, right? That's kind of where you would have those quick outlets. So you want to have some reassurances there. Because look, if we're keeping it a buck, unless they've had incredible offseason training, that's where we were the weakest. Right, was those little plays, those plays coming out the backfield, that kind of flat area. You know what I'm saying? That's where we kind of got destroyed. So we got to make sure that's solidified with a good star or nickel, whatever the hell you call that position now. Let's see, Poke talking about facts. All Kool-Aid over here. Poke, you put sugar in your Kool-Aid, or like what flavor are we talking? I feel like Poke's like a blue. I feel Poke's like a blue Kool-Aid guy. Like a blue raspberry.
Poke old school, man. He probably drink great Kool-Aid or some shit.
Yeah, if he drinks red, I'd be shocked, right? Like that's not something that that's not something I would imagine for him. Red or purple, son. All right, okay, that purple drink, you called it. You called it. It was that great. Yeah, man. All right, Tyler Barron finally popped off. He's, you know what I'm saying, he's we saw the commit. It was the day after for the culture, which was yesterday. We were talking about it, and we're like, yo, when's he gonna pop? I had no idea it would literally be the next day.
Yeah.
So what I find fascinating, again, is that schools and podcasts that have nothing, like, you don't see us talk about on our look, we all run our social media, right? All four of us. We all post from the You Heard website, the You Heard thing, all that. You never see us talk about another school when they make moves. Never.
I couldn't tell you. Until we do our deep dive, I can't tell you who the hell is on any rosters. On Florida, I know Graham Mertz.
Yep.
And I know they got a couple transfers. They got Carmine McLean, and they got
Zanamela,
the Elijah Badger.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can tell you about Florida's roster right now.
I was stunned. I'll say this. I was stunned when I saw the graphic that they had a top 5 portal in spring. Because I don't remember that many moves. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, look, we follow the national media, right? Like the Josh Pates and stuff. Like, I'll tune into them, like when they keep me filled in on the overall picture. But I don't remember nobody talking crazy about. I was like number 5 when I was like, I need to go take a look at this, and then I didn't because I kept living on with my life and doing literally anything else but watching what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to. Like, I know it's Carmani, but he's a PWO. You got Zanamela and Elijah Badger. And the only reason I know about Elijah Badger popping was because our guy Fantasy Football, you know what I'm saying, was talking about him. He wanted him over Sam Brown because that was his number 1 receiver.
Oh yeah, Zanamela. Yeah, I was tight about that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was the only one. I got Anthony Manzano. Benejo, for you guys as Hurricanes fans, what is the craziest tailgating experience for an arrival game against Florida State or any other Hurricane opponent? Mine was 2004 or 2002 FSU. Was the 2002 FSU game, was that the one at, because I always get that mixed up, it was so long ago, very blurry in my younger days. Was the 2002 game at Doak, or was it 2000? Yeah, was that 2002 at Doak or 2001? Like, they were up at half, then they got blown out in the second. Was that Was that 02?
I don't remember.
I know. Y'all let me know. Because I never. UF is straight up hot dog water booty juice. What?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
What?
I just like keep it a buck, man. I just started the whole tailgating experience because like I was living in Kansas for a while ago before I moved to Charlotte. So New York to Kansas to Charlotte. So I didn't make like my first ever Miami game in person was against Kansas State because I was living in Kansas. Miami played K-State. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go if they coming out here.
Yeah.
And we lost to fucking Kansas State. I was so upset.
Yep, you did. Yep. Did.
But craziest experience will probably be the first time I went to Hard Rock, man, and just was out there for the first time tailgating. I was like, holy shit, this is bananas out here. So like, they really doing this.
It's live. Yeah.
Yeah.
My craziest experience for tailgating or anything like that was actually up in Doak, man. It was the first Hurricanes game I ever went to. Was Miami, Florida State. When it was a Sean Taylor game. I think we were down like 17-14. Going off memory here, correct me if I'm wrong. The number. I'm sitting there. I'm the only Hurricane. I section of Hurricanes on the other side because they're the only ones in green there. I'm sitting there in a white shirt, 18 years old at the time, maybe 19, and I'm sitting there regular basketball. I'm crazy because I'm by myself. I know these people are crazy. I'm sitting next to the band, and there's all these drunk people around me like, "Oh, y'all trash." I was like, "Who's y'all?" I'm just sitting there like, I didn't even say nothing. My arms crossed, saying because it was like the first time that I've seen that. Mind you, coming from Miami, you don't really see a lot of a lot of white people, right? Like I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around like Hispanics and black people. Like that's so it was like seeing that many angry ones. I was like, this is very weird for me. It was like overwhelming. So yeah, that was a wild time for me. What's this guy saying?
CB.
Joe showed up in Kansas. Joe showed up in Kansas talking to the wife. Was like, "Yo, B, where can I get a slice?"
Yo, that shit was the most wildest. Yo, oh my god.
And lost too, which is the trash part about it. That's the worst part.
Terrible.
All right.
Terrible.
Let's see. Chris Pick Six Ricks. That's who he was all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
They were like, "Sir, take your ass to Charlotte." That was the next stop. Anthony, our guy. I like Porter, but with the big body receivers we're going to be facing in the conference, I don't think he is long enough or big enough to deal with that. We need bigger guys on the boundary. I don't know if there's really I haven't done a deep dive. Joe, if you have, please educate me, my brother. I don't know if there's that guy, like that big of that guy receiver that we're going to be facing this year. I can't think of a good quarterback. Like, I can't think of a good quarterback we're going to be facing.
And that's the thing, man. Like Graham Mertz is probably one of the best quarterbacks we'll face all year. Man. You know what I mean? You don't know who's going to be playing at Florida. I mean, DJU, obviously. But at receiver, Florida State has lost. Who they got? Hakeem Williams. Williams. You know,
and he's a really good blocker.
We don't know what we got. You don't know. You don't know what he's going to do that down there. Louisville. You don't know who's going to be playing QB. I don't think there's somebody that's going to make us lose sleep at receiver that we play this year.
Yeah, you might have like that one. You might have like that game where like that one random. You know what I'm saying? But like there, as of right now, there isn't like that guy to be like, holy, but this dude, there isn't that. Like Florida might be with Graham Mertz might be I'm not gonna say the most accomplished, and he's still kind of doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? He's an average college quarterback. Like that's not. he's not moving up. Like he's not going up to the next level. Like I say the same thing about him that I say about DJU. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be great when they're selling insurance next year. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do great things and, you know what I'm saying, start their own businesses, maybe do their own NIL and figure out their own things. But there's nobody that really worries me with that, man. No, but you're talking about a whole totally different team. You're talking about a team 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like,
right. He's talking about big receivers, like big, intimidating receivers that are giving problem. Middle Tennessee State didn't have that. They just had fast ass receivers who ran by us.
Faster. Ran by us because
that's a different conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's not what we're talking. We're talking about big receivers, like big possession receivers, like the trash guy from Florida State, Johnny Lee Wilson from last year. That's a big physical receiver. Didn't do
Johnny
nothing.
Wilson, Keon Coleman, those
are bigger receivers. We're talking about that. We also gotta. I like these kind of comments though. No face. I like this because like we can't grade. You if you've been watching the show, if y'all been watching the show, 1,870 subscribers. We're still on the road to 2K. Hopefully we get that by the season. You can't grade. We don't even have that same roster anymore. That roster been gone. Like, and the crazy thing is, two of those guys that were getting toasted by Middle Tennessee,
different coaching staff.
The whole coaching staff is different. The people in the support staff is different. That season was so embarrassing that everybody had to go. Yeah. Everybody. So we can't grade it on that scale anymore. Yeah, like there is mistakes that happen, but that team isn't here. The crazy thing is, like those two guys that got toasted in that game, which was not DVD, but
DJ Ivy.
He won DJ Ivy, and he plays for the Bears now. Yeah, Stevenson are balling in the league. Like starting corners in the league. So it's some weird shit that happens, man. It's weird. Yeah. So Graham's gonna definitely get a job with that as an XFL backup. Yeah, that's cool. That's worse, right? Like if you keep it in the buck, that might be worse. Like an XFL backup. Roger Dodger says Miami better make sure they get their house insurance money left. So much spent on NIL. Cristobal has no excuses. He's never had excuses. To me, he's never had excuses. Mm-hmm. Every season when you're the head man, every season you gotta be accountable for all the bullshit that happens. There's no like people who make excuses for him ain't real because he doesn't make excuses for himself. Right? Like, yo, I fucked up. this is stupid. I hired the wrong coaches here. They all gotta go. That's accountability. He could have been stubborn and should have kept all of them motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Let me clarify. Porter is too small. I'm not saying the receivers in the league or that guys. I think he's way too small. If the guys are above 6'3", yeah, but that's a crazy metric. Like, think about that situation. Like, how many 6'3" receivers are we going to face this year? How many dominant and assertive 6'3" receivers are we going to face this year? And he's going to be facing 6'3" receivers.
Yeah, it sounds like he's saying in general, you know what I mean, he's too small, but Darryl Porter Jr. has done just fine. Like he's a top 5 corner in the ACC, definitely. Yep. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. Like I hear what you're saying. He's 5'10", but he's been 5'10" for the last couple years.
Majority of his life, yeah.
He's
probably
been
been 5'10" since high school. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jadaeus Richard is taller. He can't get on the field because he can't stop holding. You know what I mean? Like these are things that are happening. Like we don't know who's gonna be what. I just don't. Nobody could catch shit on Darryl Porter last year, and he was 5'10" last year.
He's coming from. He got cooked by Coleman and. What? Maybe we need to watch that again. I don't know.
When was it? Where is this Coleman thing?
He's saying I'm basing on what I saw with Porter last year, where he basically got cooked by both Coleman and Wilson.
Coleman had 24 yards and he was covered by Lamar Brown. I think you might be talking like a made up game that didn't happen. Nobody got that game.
Nobody on FSU cooked anybody.
No, Coleman's biggest thing was his punt return.
Yeah.
That was it. That's what put him into position to like finish out that game. Nobody got cooked in that receiving corps. Nobody cooked. The running back Trey Benson
DP DP is like he came from a cornerback factory, like American heritage. His technique and his
Mhm.
his footwork, that's what's gonna get him, by. He's very sound technically, and he just knows how to play the position. And he learned from he went to Heritage, man. Tyson Campbell and
Yep.
what I mean, all those guys out there, man. Damari Brown, Sertain. Like he just knows how to play the position, man. So he'll be all right. But he definitely didn't get cooked last year. I don't know. I don't know what.
He gave. I think he had two people. I think he gave up like 2 catches. Some crazy like 2 catches. Everybody's like, oh, he didn't have picks. They didn't throw to his way. They didn't throw his way. Like I don't remember. Besides like that Georgia Tech receiver in the slot that had like 160 yards against us. That ended up. It was like the only guy that I remember having a big game. And I was from the slot because that was because Corey Couch kept taking wrong angles, and we had safeties biting up. Juan Manuel, appreciate the comment, bro. You heard family are drunk on the Kool-Aid now. I'm Kool-Aid with Hennessy. What are you mixing your Kool-Aid with? No Kool-Aid over here, man. No Kool-Aid over here. We don't drink no Kool-Aid. I need to see. I need to see a lot. I don't get hyped up anymore. I've been through too much trauma. You know what I mean? Like I've done so many seasons of thinking Tyree Brady's gonna be it for us, and we're about to win everything, and then nada with those ugly ass uniforms. Where you at, CB? Here we go. We got so used to these big monster corners, we forget Daryl Porter is a prototypical corner size. All of them 6'1", 6'3" corners is kind of new in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, and we have those too. We have those 6'1", 6'3" corners. You know what I mean? Like. You remember Cornelder, 5'9", 5'10"? You know what I mean? Man. Big physical corner.
Man.
Cornelder was that dude, man.
He had them long arms too. You know what I mean? Like that. Yep. That helps a lot too. That's not to be understated when you got, you could be 5'10", 5'9", 5'10" with long ass arms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something.
Facts. Yeah, I got you, CB. I saw your comment. Did he cover Concepcion? No, Concepcion was a slot receiver. Mm-hmm. Nobody covered Concepcion though. Like let's not be this. It's not like people were like, "Yo, it's just Miami." Like he cooked everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I used to watch that dude in high school, man. Concepcion, he's been killing forever.
But Anthony, even in that comment is different because that's not a big receiver. That's a quick, shifty guy. You know what I mean? Casey Concepcion's a problem. I'm saying shout out to Slug Bruceman for the 199 dono. Stafford and Mac not an option at the slot. Mac coming into late, bro. Mac coming into. He has the technique though. Like Mac has the technique, but how you feel about? How you feel about?
I actually think Stafford could play the slot.
He's got the speed.
Again, I don't know about the ability to cover slot receivers, but I think the staff is gonna go all out until they get who they want in there. So whoever it is, if it's somebody on the roster already, or if it's somebody in the transfer portal chilling, there's a lot of graduations that just happened, man. There's some graduate transfers out there chilling, man. So
facts. What up, Nassau? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you back, man. We over here just, cooking, talking about honestly, it's a secondary, right? Like that's really like the one where like we kind of have questions, but the comment earlier said it's gonna be real easy to cover if all you gotta do is cover for 1.5 seconds. It's gonna be
For me, it's more of the depth. That's it. Like if one of the starting corners get hurt, like
it's a problem.
We kind of moving into some wild territory. You know what I mean? So
that's the problem. That's been the problem. That's why we're going so big on corners this year in recruiting. You know what I'm saying? The Ben Hanks, the Chris Ewald, you know what I'm saying? The Chris Ewalds. We do got OJ Frederick coming in. You know what I'm saying? He might be a problem next year. But again, I don't put much stock into people coming in late in the summer. Not at those positions. Running back, I can see Jordan Lau getting some burn. But other positions, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. All the great slot corners are smaller anyway. Facts. Yeah. And to me, that's why I'm gonna stick with it, and I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face. That's why I see Demario Brown in that position. I think he just brings the physicality that the other corners don't bring. But I just, it depends on like Chevis Jackson and Coach Guidry know way better than I'll ever fucking know. That's just my personal preference. I'm not gonna say he'll try to debate them like I'm fucking sitting there watching 1,800 hours of tape. I watch 3 minutes at a time, man. I watch 3 minutes at a time. Bam McCain, what up, brother? What up?
Yo.
What y'all think about Mac coming in? Yeah, Mac, legacy.
Yeah, man.
I mean?
Jay, I'm excited about Mac, man. I'm excited about Ryan. Yeah, he's gonna be. You talk about technically sound, man. He knows how to play that position, man, and he's gonna be a baller, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna be. So, him and Zaquan, like we got some technically sound young men playing in that backfield, man. It's a lot to look forward to for the future. Like the when you start thinking about the process and because it's not experience with them, right? Like they play at high levels, like they travel around the country, so that word doesn't belong with them because they've faced the best of the best. Stafford could be that Philip Buchanan type of his talent and rep experience. He just, I could see that, but he's got to show it on the field. He hasn't. He was hurt last year. He's got to be on the field. He's got to play. Let's see. Are we good in the second? All you got to do is put D. Brown at nickel. Thank you. Nice on those. That's what be knowing, man. That might be my low key. That might be my burner account. You know what I'm saying Yeah, Dylan Day too. Can't sleep on Dylan Day. Single-handedly won his team state championship. Not single-handedly, but I mean he did get into the championship off of pick 6, which is crazy. Let's see what else we got.
There's a good question up top. Hold on. Yeah, Jay. Let me put it up. See it. So you think that's why coaches? Yeah, Ryan Matt, like if he came in the spring, I think they would feel better, man. Yeah,
with
OJ, you know what I mean. Yeah. He's just coming in, Jay. So that's kind of hard. They got to get him up to speed now. They only have the summer. I don't think they're good with it. You know what I mean? I don't think they're like, all right, we got Ryan Mack and OJ coming in, we good. Nah, I think they feel good about those guys as recruits, but I don't think they good with them just coming in and getting significant snaps this season early on. Nah.
Yep. I think they'd probably be looking at it differently if they had them in the spring, because then they'd be like, all right, now we know what we got. We know what we have to work towards. Yeah, like they don't know how they practice. They don't know how they rehab. You know what I mean? Like, how they talk. You've met them and they come on. It's all the spring ball, but you don't know how they rehab from their spring. You don't know what injuries they could pick up. Like, you don't know any of those things. Like, Mike could ball out his first 2 or 3 practices, but then pick up an injury. You know what I mean? You don't know what their rehab like. You don't know how his body bounces back. Those are all factors that you need to know. Like, that's kind of why you go into the transfer portal for these situations, because you would already have a history on player X. Okay, this is how this guy practices, because the coaches talk to each other. He's in the portal, yada yada yada. This guy does this. He doesn't. This is his mentality. You would already have that. With this, you're starting from scratch. Because remember, everybody, they've all the coaches told you all that star shit. All that is out the window when you step on the field. Now we're about to see it for real. That's why 4 or 5 stars 4 stars have left this program that we heard about. We don't know what they practice like. We don't know who they fall behind, and shit like that. Shit like that is real. Chalupa had a good statement here. I'm only in the back. Guidry's defense isn't as easy to pick up, and you need some time to pick it up, especially if you paid safety. Yeah, like Ryan Mack does. Yeah, that's facts. Roger Dodger, great name. I think all the new DBs need to be 6'1" and 200 pounds with speed and long. Oh, okay. We're just creating players now. I think all the defensive backs need to be perfect. They all need to run sub 4.3, have great hips, and make sure to always catch the ball if it's thrown to them. Then they'd be receivers, Roger. Then they're receivers. because that's where that's you know what I mean. That's where the money is.
Yeah. That seems to be the consensus, Roger. Every corner needs to be that way, but you know,
That's
that's not gonna happen. And some how big is Chris Ewald? I think Chris Ewald is what
5'11".
5'11",
Yeah,
5'10", 5'11". So yeah, if
I,
you
I,
can play, you can play, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It doesn't matter. Of course, you don't want to roll out no 5'7" DBs.
How big is Tyrann Mathieu?
Tyrann Matthew about 5'10", right?
You know what I
5'11".
mean? Like how big? Like some of the great corners have been smaller. 6'1", 6'2" isn't. You don't always have to do it. You could dominate. You know what I mean? Like smaller players have done it. Like you don't have to be to that level. Chris is 6 foot even with a 6'3" wingspan. Is that CB, our resident recruit specialist? Is that accurate? What Anthony's saying here? He's 6 foot with 6'3" wingspan. Okay, so he's not 6'1". Just right, 6'1", 200 pounds. Just joking. Bandy was 5'8". I still hate that he left early.
Yeah.
That's so not realistic. All DBs are 6'1". Yeah, that would be bananas, bro. Imagine if you had all 6'1s. How would 6'1" cover like? You ever try to catch you ever chase the toddler? You know what I mean? Like you ever try to catch a toddler and you a grown man like that motherfucker be quick because they're shifty. How is a 6'1" corner gonna cover a 5'6", 5'7" Ray or a Casey Concepcion? You know what I mean? Or players like that are lords of the ground and they got that kind of agility. So Chris Ewald is
that height and weight in high school, man. That's people's league height. Like I don't
tell you that.
believe if they say 6 foot, I'm gonna say 5'10", 5'11", man.
Yeah, they'd be lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. And you be dropping a lot of comments, man. I can't get them all in the show. You know what I mean? But when you look at the majority of the NFL corners who are all pro bowlers are 6 foot and above the past 2 years. Yes, the trend is going that way, and you get those kind of guys. We have the 6 foot and above corners, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like Darryl Porter is 5'10". It still had a great year last year. There's no need to diminish him because he's 2 inches shorter. You know what I mean? Damari Brown was solid, and he's short. He's the same size or maybe a little taller than Darryl Porter. Built different, like physicality. Like that's not the metric that makes a Hall of Famer. I mean, that's a new trend, but it's not going forward. And I say that we're still going to get big physical corners. We are going to do that, but we don't have that right now.
That's ideal. I mean? Yeah, that's ideal. Definitely.
Yeah. Take it from one receiver. If someone says they're 6 foot tall, they're definitely 5'11". That's just facts. The DP2 are literally allowed 6 catches, yo. Like he had a great year. The whole year, yo. That was crazy. Like nobody, no TDs. He had a solid year. All right, man. Oh, son, like you don't even they don't know about Ben. Yo, this is why I keep the hat on, man. This shit is hard to control, fam. And Bushy Top Ben doesn't need to come out yet because you know what I'm saying I'm kicking back, I'm relaxing. When Bushy Top Ben comes out, just know this it's gonna be 6 minutes with 3 beat changes a la Kendrick. But before that, man, let's get into
that NIL money for the carrying more. Who can come up with about 8 mil real quick for the carrying? Man?
Easy 8 mil.
We need to get that together, man. He's like that. Like he's like that.
I watch. Look, so y'all know on our YouTube channel, starting probably in about a week, we're gonna bring back our breakdowns. I try like how we do it. Joe watches all the huddles. How I try to do it is I give y'all like a real reaction. Watch it for the first time. I watched the first 60 seconds. I was just curious of the Curry and Moore. I had to stop it. I was like, I don't even want to begin. I don't want my brain to like create the possibility that he might be wearing this shit right here. Like, I don't even want to. I wanted to take a step back. I was like, let me just be objective about this shit because we did breakdowns last year of guys that didn't come here. You know what I mean? Like we're just watching guys like because it is what it is. That bushy top end, son. That's the Joe nickname. Oh, thank you, brother. Listen, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is, but there is slave trade was real through Panama. Yes, 100%. Slave
Absolutely.
trade was real, man. Colon was heavy with it. All right, let's get into this Kingswear ad, and we'll be back. I almost hit the intro, son. I swear to God, I almost hit the intro.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yeah. Shout out to Kingswear, man. So I get the only has that fit my big ass head. You know what I mean? Obviously, the shirt is youheardpodcast.com/merch. Joey got his shirt for Caneswear. Joey, before we get up out of here, Caneswear. They need to do a new commercial that's just like Warriors. It's like clicking the glass. Caneswear, come out and play. If y'all know, if you know, you know, man. 1970s classic. Joe, before we get up out of here, man, we can't leave without roasting a rival, which I will take care of in a few, and talking about the stupidity of a rival. I guess just shitting on a rival overall, if I'm being honest. So we had to talk about the Jaden Rashada shit because he was a committed Jason to Miami. Now there was a lot of people who had backlash like, "Yo, I don't want him here." When he transferred, when he hit the portal from Arizona State, as if it was his fault that another school offered him more money. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you're in the chat right now and a job offers you $5 million more for the same job. If you're gonna say no, please tell me, and I got a bridge to sell you in Idaho. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure we good on that. So he decommits, and now he's suing the University of Florida. I'm all about petty, Joe. As look, we're friends. We talk about this all the time. I stay petty with this type of shit, but as I always like to put you in the role that you clearly have. If you're the dad in that situation, right? How are you handling that shit with your son and all the madness that came with it? Because to some people, your son was the problem, right? Like, it was Jaden Rashada's fault that it was, you know what I'm saying, that they offered him $14 million and they weren't going to pay.
Yeah, I think, first of all, I'm not going to have my son chasing the money. That's first and foremost, out the gate.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So let's say Miami was giving you 8, and not saying there's not a difference between 8 and 13. You know what I mean? There's obviously a difference, but you're good with 8, my guy.
Yes,
like,
you're solid.
Getting 8.
Yeah.
You're good with
getting 8.
You're good with an 8 from a program that has never missed a payment, rather than going to a 13 from a program that you know what I mean? Like
a G5 program.
So yeah, chasing the money, that's going to be that's going to be the main thing. We're not chasing the money, first of all.
Right.
So, what if it was 3 to 13, CB says? Like, again, right now is not the time for that, to me. Right now at 17 years old, if they're offering you $3 million a year with the potential, it's free agency, right? So freshman year, you could be getting $3 million. You're getting busy. You're looking promising. The next year, you could be getting $7 million. And then, so it's really about the right situation. It's the situation, like, you've done all of that and you didn't get shit. You ended up in Arizona, and now you at Georgia now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, And I'm sure you're not getting close to 13 now.
No.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Georgia got long money, but I don't think you're getting that right now.
Yeah,
You
you went to Georgia to compete for a spot. You were going to Florida to take the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been different. Also, can we keep it a buck? 13, if the number, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to like On 3, 247, all the people that spend their time. I was going to say waste, but that's their jobs. They get paid for it. Spend their time, you know what I'm saying, talking to sources. 13.85 million just sounds like a made up number somebody said. You know what I mean? Like that just, yo, I mean, I got $27 on it. You know what I mean? That just sounds like some shit that don't like that 13.85. Who said 13.5? All right. Why not, if you're at 13.85, why not just go to 14? What's 150K if you got 13.85 to just give away? It never made sense. It like, look, what was weird, like they told him, look, when he committed, we thought it was, if I remember correctly, it was a surprise that he committed to Miami. Because even before he committed to Miami, all the rumors were, he's going to Florida. Florida's going to be it. Florida's going to be it. Then the whole NIL shit comes in. We're talking $9.5 million. All the rumors are $9.5 million from John Ruiz, yada, yada, yada. He says, no, that wasn't the number. That wasn't the number. So that was the thing. So we took him from that. Then they offered him a fake amount that they never promised to give him. And then I did the dumb thing. I went into Gators Twitter. First of all, it's very dumb, and it's just weird. It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to be there. I got out immediately. I was in there for like 45 to 60 seconds. I was like, no, I don't want to be here. They were like, oh no, it's the Rashadas that are grifters. I was like, fam, like you told them. Your people told them 13.85. They didn't come up with that number on their own. There was a contract. The shit's there. Oh no, but it was all verbal. So your word means nothing. Your collective, your word means nothing. Like, you know, I grew up with the slogan, all I have in this world is my balls and my word. That's it. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else out there, bro. So your word means nothing. Oh, yeah, we're gonna lie to these kids, and who cares?
They obviously didn't have any intention on paying that money.
No, they never did. They blatantly lied to him, but it was like they're blaming Rashada fam. Rashada was coming there with you're paying him. If I'm accepting this job for this as a contract. Everybody's had it. They send you a contract when you get a job, send you the job offer because he signed the NIL. Now, if Billy Napier's stupid ass, because he is, I don't think he's that bright. If I'm keeping it a buck, just he takes recruits to Dave and Buster's. If he told Rashada like, "Yo, we gonna have a meal for you," that's stupid. Just be a little bit smart. You can't be talking money as the institution representing, you know what I'm saying? As a head coach representing an institution in Florida. That's dumb. He probably did do it though. Again, probably did because he's, you know what I'm saying, he's Billy Napier, G5.
And that's most likely, it's definitely not Jaden Rashada, man. He's a 17-year-old at that time, man. It's definitely Pops. I'm gonna keep it like whatever, you know, it's definitely Pops leading the way.
Oh, 100%.
Sometimes, you hear these numbers and you just keep going. You just keep going, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's see how far you counter offer, you negotiate.
And they get too greedy, man. They get too greedy.
Yeah, but fam, once they said and you shake on it, you renege on it. That's your whole. That's everything. Like that's like it was so weird. It's like, oh no, I know the truth and all. Fam, the truth is we know the number. Like it's not like it's a myth. We don't. It's not like we don't know. We're not trying to find Bigfoot, motherfucker. We found them. It's 13.85. We know the number that y'all offered him. Y'all didn't pay him and then had no intention of paying him. He's not at fault. It was stupid. And it was just bananas. It was like, yo, if you didn't want to pay him, don't pay him, but don't come at it with that. Let's see. Right. Rocky says, definitely family leading the suit charge, no question. Also, I'm trying to get there. Yeah, fam, that's life-changing money. Like, again, like if you have a job offer, right? Let's do it like this. If you have a job offer that's gonna pay you $750,000 for the year, right? Per year. And then they're like, and then you sign, right? Then they're like, yo, man, where's my, and they tell you a signing bonus for $250. Yo, where's my signing bonus? No, just sign the paper, man. We got you. You gonna sign that paper? right? Like there's all of a sudden there's questions of you have questions of trust there, and then then the CEO gets on the phone like, "Nah, man, we got you. We're throwing another 100." Then you get there, all right. The day one passes, nothing. Day two, nothing. You still don't get that 350 in your bank account. As a grown man, yeah.
I'm not mad at the lawsuit. I'm not mad at the lawsuit at all. I'm I could question how it was handled out the gate, but I'm not mad at the lawsuit. You know what I mean? This is what it is.
And he's not an exception. These negotiations, these NIL back and forth are happening now, are going to be happening tomorrow. Negotiations have been going on with 26 and 27 kids. You know what I'm saying? 2026 and 2027 players. Those negotiations are already happening. There's people around all these kids. You know what I mean? Coming out of high school, you got sophomores that are 5 stars, juniors that are all those. He's not the exception. Florida's at fault here because they didn't pay him. They just like, yo, no, we're not paying you. Too bad. So it was just wild style, man.
So if we're talking about clowning another institution, I'm confused. I'm confused about this James Franklin joint at Penn State, man. Like, telling doctors to let and I really think this happens more often than we think.
And the doctors came out, right? Like, when I first saw the report, we'll get into that. Let's wrap up Florida real quick. Fuck Florida. Y'all stupid. We're done with you.
August 31st, man. We'll see y'all.
August 31st, man. We'll see what's running these trenches, bro. We'll see what's running these trenches. Y'all, everybody want to show that Tyler Barron ain't it, but everybody wanted Tyler Barron. So don't be out here fronting. So yeah. All right, James Franklin. I thought when the report came across Twitter, I thought it was a player. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a player saying, like, yo, he interfered in my treatment. You know what I mean? Because it was just the headline from On 3, I think it was. Son, when you see it's a doctor that gave testimony,
it's like I mean, we all saw Any Given Sunday, right? It's like that situation with Shark. You know what I mean? The doctor's like, the head doctor is like, nah, he gonna be all right, man. He's going through this plenty of times. The little intern or the younger guy's like, nah, man, one more shot and he could die. He could get another concussion.
It's over.
And die. Yep. And the coach is like, yo, sit him out or let him play. So that's the equivalent. Like, if you have a tough game, if let's say we make the playoff and Ruben Bain tore his tricep muscle, you know what I mean? And Coach Cristobal talking to the head trainer like, yo, yeah, it's torn, but can he play? You know what I mean? You know, let's tell him it's a slight tear. And he's
spring.
Good. Yeah,
let's
really.
Spring.
You know, he could really damage his tricep.
Fam, Kevin Durant with the Warriors. Kevin Durant with the Warriors back a couple years back.
Yeah.
All his Achilles will be fine as Achilles. The first game back, tears his Achilles.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, son. That's wild. That's wild.
Autism awareness. What up, man? You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Anytime you comment, man, we're gonna put it on, man. We want to bring awareness to autism too. I'm just throwing it out there with all seriousness, without standing injuries. I'm calling it out tonight and for the season. 14-1, losing the second round of the playoffs. How many people? Yo, let's take this as reality, right? I bet you there'd be people that's mad. I bet you there'd be people still shit on Mario if he goes 14-1 and loses in the second round on the road at like Tuscaloosa or some shit. You know what I mean?
So next Wednesday we're gonna talk about the 12 because I'm curious to see who people's 12 teams are and if Miami's part of the 12 or if they're not. What 11 teams or what 12 teams are better than Miami now?
I'm Billy D. Williams out here. I'm Billy D.
Williams.
I don't know. Billy D. Williams. I'll take that. That's a hell of a compliment, my brother. Appreciate that. If we stay healthy, we're in the playoffs. Yeah. That's yes, 10. I mean, yes, man. Yes. Yes, man. We going 11-1. Shout out to Marine.
That sounds like Kool-Aid. That sounds like Kool-Aid. I don't want to hear this. Y'all talking. It's too much Kool-Aid.
Kings putting 50 on the baby lizards. Now we're getting hyped now. Regular clothes Gucci slides, TikTok. Regular clothes Gucci slides and TikTok dances in the fourth quarter. Kings by 20.
So this is what you in the fourth quarter. What? It's all about. That's all you're gonna see. Huh? That's all we're gonna see. So,
that's all we're gonna see. I'm gonna be a whole lot not like us in the background playing, bro. I'll tell you right now. Who would be stupid? At the podcast, no, Ben, you're Billy D, son. Appreciate that. 100% Joe. They'll be calling for his head. Yeah. I don't know what just like on Monday for the culture, right? Like I couldn't tell you, like I don't know how to evaluate the offensive line for Miami, because I thought, you know what I'm saying, that we were one of the best last year, and damn near none of that line got drafted. No, none of that line got drafted. I think Matt Lee went 7th round or something. I can't tell you if the NCAA is going to do anything about this, because Tennessee last year had like 137,000 penalties and nothing came of that. So this will probably just get brushed aside, and him, I'm saying, endangering a player's life by interfering in whatever his treatment and his diagnosis and his availability to play. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, fam, like, we know when college football was more careless every year, Joe, you remember we'd get a report, so-and-so player died from off-season training. He overheated. You know what I'm saying? He had a heat stroke. All these things. You're taking a young man's life in your hands, and this is what you're doing? Like, that's crazy,
fam,
bro.
This is alleged. You know what I mean? For all we know, James Franklin could have fired this dude, and he
could be angry. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is alleged, but it's something.
Which is the story they'll say to discredit him, right? Like that'll be the story they say.
Yeah. When you're talking about the O-line, though, evaluation, like last year we were 19th in the nation in sacks allowed. I think that's one of the barometers you can use: sacks allowed, rushing yards, right. Things of that nature. And we were 19th. We allowed 109 sacks, and let's keep it a buck, we had statues back there. So
did you say we allowed 100? Wait. We didn't allow 109 sacks, right? There's no way we get.
I'm sorry. That's the sack, y'all. I'm sorry. We allowed 16 sacks.
Okay. For 109 yards. For 109 yards, and we had statues.
And we had statues back there, right? So if somebody could move back there, that you can look for that number to be under 10 this year. You know what I mean? So
you want to do the Soldier Boy dance? Yeah. It's
Oregon for context. Oregon allowed 5 sacks.
That's insane. That's crazy. Ridiculous. That's fucking crazy.
And they get rid of the ball. It's the offense.
And they played Washington twice.
Like that. You know what I mean?
And they played Washington twice. That's bananas. That's bananas.
Washington allowed 12 sacks.
But I don't think Terrence, I don't know if I could put that word that you put up there in the chat. I'm gonna say he was doing wild stuff at Vandy too. I don't know, Joe, you can see the comment.
Yeah, damn, he was. He was. Damn, son.
Yeah, it's kind of on brand, huh? Like is he?
But it's the NCAA, man. If we're relying on the NCAA to do some,
they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit. They're powerless. Yeah. You said 109 sacks. That shit freaked me out. Like, we gave up. I watched every game. 109 sacks. Like, that's fucking terrifying. Yo, CB says Luna at QB with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to PWOO.
He's really pushing this agenda right here.
Yo, but you got to remember, though, CB is also the guy. This is why I almost want to give him credit and side with him on this. CB's also the guy that says 24 ain't the year 25 is. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's not drinking the Kool-Aid at all. I'm saying, like, this might be like a stepping stone type of year where we do some things, maybe get into the playoffs.
CB has nothing but Kool-Aid. CB has CB's fridge, his cabinets, his trunk, the trunk of his car, is all Kool-Aid, son.
Low key,
All
Kool-Aid might
Kool-Aid.
be the healthiest thing CB drinks.
Yeah,
If
CB has a Kool-Aid IV, son. Like it's
that shit
it's
is
not a
nothing.
game.
You going with red on that? 100% red with CB, right? Nah, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
CB drinks like that special Kool-Aid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like fucking habanero, white crystal,
Oh
red.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Some weird
If,
like wild flavor.
if
Wild.
everyone in here has watched House Party when the kid was making the Kool-Aid in the projects with
Yeah.
all that sugar, he's just pouring sugar in there. That's CB right there.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Look, we appreciate y'all so much. Joe couldn't allow it. Joe couldn't allow it. Quick programming
CB,
note.
fuck that.
Yeah, we can't allow that. We can't allow compliments out here. What you thinking about? They'll stay for the group chat. Hey, look, quick programming note, man. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend. We will have no show on Sunday. We'll be back next Wednesday. So take this time, man. Remember, some gave all gave some. Enjoy your time with your family, man. Like Flo always says, and we'll say too. Spend time with your loved one, man.
Get that good barbecue.
Yeah, because y'all never know when they'll be gone, man. So have a great one for Joe, Ben, CB, and Poke, man. This is You Heard. We'll be back next week, man. Peace out, people. And the stream